If you haven't met me yet, my name is Bri, and this is an all levels vinyasa class, about 40-45 minutes. We'll start by opening up with a mudra. A mudra is like an energetic seal, or I like to call it hand yoga. Bring the pointer finger to the base of your thumb, and I'll actually come closer to the camera for you here. The pointer finger is going to come to the base of the thumb, and then the thumb will touch both the ring finger and the middle finger. Your palms can be faced up or face down on your lap. So as you arrive in this seat with this mudra, and if you're logging in now, I'll give you one more explanation. The pointer finger comes to the base of the thumb, and then the thumb is touching both the ring and the middle finger. This is Hridaya Mudra. In Sanskrit, Hridaya means heart. So we're working on opening up the energy of the heart in this posture. Feel your pelvis heavy on the earth. Lengthen up through the spine, out through the crown of the head. If it feels comfortable for you, you can close your eyelids down. And just allow yourself to really breathe. Breathe into all parts of the body. So the front of the body, the sides of the body, the back of the body. And I invite you, with each breath, to keep bringing your attention inward. Peeling back the layers of protection over the heart space so that you can really feel into that heart space. Sometimes when we breathe into the heart space, it doesn't always feel good. But in the practice of yoga, all emotions, all feelings are welcome. We're not looking to negate any of the not so savory sensations or feelings that arise. Begin to open your mouth and release breath you're holding in your lungs. HA. Inhale through the nose. Open your mouth and cleanse it out. HA. One more full breath in. Big, expansive breath out, HA. Heavy your pelvis down. Inhale, circle sweep. Reach your arms up. Maybe even look up. Join your hands at a prayer Anjali Mudra and bring the prayer all the way down to heart center. Take a soft bow, forehead to fingertips, just acknowledging yourself for showing up and being here for this practice. Inhale, lift your skull up. Bring your heads to your knees. Inhale, pulse your heart forward, spinal extension. Exhale, round, pull navel to spine, flexion. Inhale, come forward, expand through the heart space. Exhale, round, pull it in. One more, inhale, forward. Exhale, pulse it back. From here, go in nice big circles. Circumduction of the spine. So you're warming up through the vertebrae in a slightly different motion. Motion that we don't really do in our regular day-to-day life. Rewind, take it in the other direction. Keep both of your sits bones rooted on the ground. Let your breath be full and deep. And as we move through class, work to just stay open, to be open and ready to receive any messages that both your mind and your heart may be sending you today. Land at the shoulders in line with the hips and find the lateral glide, swaying along your vertebrae back and forth and side to side. Land through center, find stillness. Inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, send your left arm down, reach your right arm way in line with your ear. Side body stretch. From the right sit bone, stretch out long through the side body, out the right arm. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, take that side bend the other way. Heavy down into that left sit bone. Inhale and come back through center. Exhale, lateral side bend. Inhale, cactus your upper arm back, pull both shoulders back. Exhale, round elbow to opposite knee, contract. Inhale, open up, lean back, cactus, and open your heart. Exhale, curl, elbow towards opposite knee, contract. Straighten out through your right arm. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, take that spinal lateral side bend the other way. Inhale, cactus your upper arm back. Exhale, round elbow to opposite knee. Inhale, open up, take it back. And exhale, round. Straighten out through your arm, heavy your pelvis down and rise through center. Inhale and lift your rib cage up and away from the hips. Get as much length as you can. Exhale, twist towards your left. Bring the right hand to the knee, left hand to the earth. Pause, inhale, lengthen up through the sides of the waist. Pull your left shoulder back. Pull the tops of the ears back and shift your gaze so you're looking over your right or your left shoulder. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Bring your left arm around. Grab for the opposite knee around through your spine flexion. Bring the backs of your forearms to touch. Lift your elbows. Lift your forearms. Inhale, breathe into the back of the body. Send your forearms forward into space as you go wide and broad through the shoulder blades. Breath in. Exhale, unwind, and inhale, reach arms high. Exhale, twist towards the right. Bring the left hand to the knee, right hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen up through the sides of the waist. Exhale, press your hand into the knee as you twist around yourself. Gaze over your right shoulder. In a twist, it can be harder to breathe. It can feel kind of constricted. Similarly to how it can feel after a heart gets hurt. There's a constriction internally. Work to stay open and breathe. More life, more breath into the full of your lungs. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Bring the right hand around to the opposite knee. Bring the backs of your forearms to touch. Lift your elbows up. Maybe your palms touch for eagle arms. Your choice. Breath in. And exhale, unwind. Bring your legs out in front of you. Send your toes up, little bend of the knees. Inhale, reach left arm high. Exhale, bring your left hand to the outside edge of your right foot. Press your foot into your hand. Accelerate on that imaginary gas pedal. At the same time, pull your arm back, round through the spine. Breathe deep, full breaths into that back body. And release. Second side, inhale, reach your opposite arm up. Exhale, round hand comes to the outside edge of your left foot. Press your foot into your hand as you pull back. Take 2 full cycles of breath into the back body here. And release. Send your legs off to the side. Come to a tabletop position. As you land on a tabletop, inhale, tilt your sit bones to the sky, melt through the heart, cow. Exhale, round, press your hands into the mat, puff up into the back body, cat. Come to a neutral position, check in with your alignment. Your hands' alignment really matters throughout the duration of class. Spread wide through your fingers. Pull back through your fingertips, root down through the perimeter of your palms. So the first part of your hand that's going to lift off of the mat is your pointer finger knuckle. Push that down more. All right, now reach your right leg up high to the sky, bend your right knee, and lift your right heel up. Find a little bit of a back bend, like your head or your toe is going to touch. Inhale. Exhale, curl it in, knee towards nose, round. Inhale, reach it way up and long, melt through the heart. Exhale, curl, knee towards nose, round. Last time, inhale, get that length, send your foot high as you melt through the heart. Exhale, curl it in, knee to nose, round, and cross your right ankle or right knee over your left knee. Create a gap between your heels. Come up off of your hands, so now you're on your fingertips, giving the wrist a little bit of a break. Inhale, send your hips high, melt through the heart, cow spine. Exhale, round, come into a cat spine and land your hips in between your heels, so you're getting a little bit of a hip stretch here. Inhale, pull forward, spinal extension. Exhale, round. Send your hips back for Gomukhasana legs, eagle legs with a cat spine. Inhale, last time, forward to spinal extension. And exhale, take it all the way back. Ground your hips in between your heels. Inhale, pull forward, pull your right knee in. Stretch your right leg out, open your hip, ground your right foot, reach your right arm way in line with your ear, modified side plank. Pull the left shoulder back into space, and from your left collarbone, stretch down and out through the left arm into the earth. Reach your right leg up, bend your right knee in, grab for your right foot for a little thigh stretch. Kick your foot into your hands. And breathe. Release your foot. Reach your right arm way in line with your ear. Side body opening. Inhale. Exhale, pulse, elbow towards knee. Inhale, reach, long expansion. Exhale, contract, elbow to knee. One more, inhale, reach. Exhale, pull, elbow to knee, contract. Inhale, reach your arm long. Now bring your leg all the way up. You can play with your leg being straight, almost like you're going to kick the wall, and ground your foot on the front of the mat. Right, reach your arms up, low lunge. Let your pelvis be heavy on the earth. Squeeze your legs towards each other, nice and strong. Breathe. Grab your left wrist, take an inhale. Exhale, side bend up and over towards the right. Bow at a little bit at an angle. Press down and out through your legs. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, warrior two, kneeling. Bring your back shin in and bring your arms about parallel to the ground. Gaze over your middle finger and don't be afraid to really sink into your front knee to get a stretch through your inner thigh. Bring your right arm to grab your right ankle. Reach your left arm forward towards the front of the room. Extended side angle. From your left hip, stretch down and out through the left knee into the earth and reach long through your left side body. Press your right arm into the right inner thigh. Press down and out through the power of your legs. Come back through center. Turn your right heel out. Gate pose. Bring your right arm down the right leg. Reach your left arm way in line with your ear. Press down and out through the legs. Inhale, come back through center. Bring the left arm to the earth. You're back in that modified side plank. Your right toes reach up. Bend your right knee. Reach your hand around to grab your foot. Now, take it into a little bit of a back bend. Kick your foot into your hand. It's just an option. You can always stay with just the neutral quad stretch. But if you're going for that back bend, kick your foot into your hand. Lean back a little. And release your foot without slingshotting. Bring the right arm down, the right knee down. Now you're in a tabletop facing the back of the mat. It's not too tricky here, so just follow my voice and we'll get through it. Inhale, cow spine. Exhale, round cat spine. Come to a neutral position. Reach your left leg up, melt through your heart. Lift your heel higher, maybe even point through the toes like your head and your toes are going to touch one day. Breath in. Exhale, curl it in, knee towards nose, round. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, melt, curl, knee towards nose, round. Inhale, reach your leg high. Exhale, pull it in, knee towards nose, contract. Cross left knee over right knee, and that's where you want to negotiate some space. So kind of widen through your heels. Come onto your fingertips. Inhale, melt through the heart, spinal extension. Exhale, round. Send your hips back in between your heels for flexion. Inhale, come forward, cow spine. Exhale, round. Take it all the way back to a cat spine. Last time like that. Inhale, forward to the cow. Exhale, take it all the way back, landing your hips in between the heels. Take a few breaths here. Inhale, come forward, pull the left knee in, stretch your left leg back, open through the hip, and ground your left foot on the earth. Reach your left arm away in line with your ear. Modified Vashisthasana, modified side plank. Pull your right shoulder back. From your right collarbone, stretch down and out through the right arm into the earth. Maybe you lift your left leg up. Bend your left knee, grab for your foot, thigh stretch. Heel pulls towards bum, stay strong and engaged through the core. Okay, breathe. Begin to release your foot. All right, extra points here. Bring your left leg forward like you're going to kick that side wall and ground your left foot on the front of the mat. Rise up. Low lunge. Let your hips be heavy and squeeze your legs towards each other nice and strong. Breathe. And grab your right wrist and take a side bend up and over towards the left. Tug on your wrist. From the pelvis, stretch down and out through your legs. Come back through center. And from here, that warrior two shape. So pivot your back shin in, bring your arms wide. Sorry about the barking, guys. I have my mom's dog here right now, my childhood dog that I have the gift of watching for a couple days, but she's old and she just kind of barks every now and then when someone gets home. Anyway, side angle. Bring your left arm to your left ankle and reach your upper right arm way in line with your ear. So you have a nice side body stretch. Wrap the left torso underneath the right. Press down and out through the legs. Inhale, come back through center. Send your left heel out. Gate pose. Bring your left arm in line with the left leg. Reach your right arm way in line with your ear. Press into the earth. Inhale, come back through center. Now, maybe you have a moment of hang time on that right knee and the left leg lifts. Plant the right hand. You're back where you're at, quad stretch. Maybe you grab your foot and go for the quad stretch. Maybe you grab your foot and you go for that deep bow-shaped back bend. Letting the sequence kind of build on itself wherever you'd like to go. Take one inhale and exhale, release. Bring both arms down, land in a tabletop facing the front of the mat. From here, tuck your toes, lift your hips up, find downward facing dog. We've done quite a bit of movement here, but first down dog of the day, so take a moment to move and to pedal it out. All right, land in more of a neutral position in your dog pose. Create a little bit of a bend in your knees. Now, with that bend in your knees, press the earth away really strong and send the upper thighs back into space, or what that might feel like is sending your hips even higher to the sky. Inhale, reach your right arm high, or your right leg high. Exhale, bend your right knee and open up through your right hip. Create some big circles through your right knee in one direction. Take those circles through your right knee in the other direction. Inhale, straighten out through the right leg. Wrap your right hip down. Exhale, pull your right knee towards your nose and round. Plant your foot in between your hands. Come on to tented fingertips or blocks. Straighten out through your front leg. Pull your right hip back as you wrap your left hip forward. Stay really strong and engaged through the legs. Press the right big toe into the mat as you tug back and engage to the right side of the belly. So that's all of your deep engagement cues for now. From the pelvis, expand out long through the legs, through the feet into the earth. Maybe you get more length, like a halfway lift through the spine. Inhale, bend into your front knee, stack your knee in line with your ankle, and twist. Reach your right arm high to the sky. Keep your hips relatively neutral here. Press the back thigh back into space as you wrap your right hip down. Pull both of the shoulders back, lean your skull back into space. Inhale. Exhale, ground your right hand. Step up, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, find length through your spine. Exhale, fold. Press into the earth, inhale, circle sweep, reach your arms all the way to the sky. Exhale, join your palms all the way back at home, at heart center, at the heart space. Maybe you touch the thumbs to the heart. Take a moment to just breathe, feel your connection to the earth with your feet. Lengthen up through the spine, out through the crown of the head. Inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, chair pose, sink your hips low. Bring your hips back into space, so untuck through the tailbone. Inhale. Exhale, sink your hips a little lower. 2 more like that, breath in. Exhale, opportunity to find depth. Last inhale. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold with a little bind. Interlace your hands behind your back. Drop your arms over the back body. And in this bound forward fold, you can bring your weight forward more onto the toes, or your weight can be back more on your heels. But maybe you just play with feeling what the posture feels like with your weight more forward on the toes or more back on your heels. Release your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, plant your hands, step or jump back, land in a plank pose. Press the earth away really strong. Shift your shoulders past your wrist. Find a half push-up and all the way down to the earth. Inhale, come through the cobra or up dog. Exhale, fold. 2 more like that. Opening up the spine. Inhale, rise to the back bend of your choice. Shoulders pull back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. If you're in cobra, little bend of the elbows. You're not straightening out through the arms to dump into the low back. Exhale, fold. Press your way up through a tabletop or a plank. Send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale, reach your left leg high to the sky. Bend the left knee and open up through your left hip. Squeeze your left glute nice and strong. So you want your knee to be the highest point of the pose here. Create a big circle with that left knee in one direction. Rewind, take that big circle with your left knee in the other direction. Inhale, straighten out through your leg. Square through your hip, so wrap your left hip way down. And pull your knee towards your nose, round, contract. Plant your foot in between your hands. Come on to fingertips. Pause and slowly straighten out through that left knee. Pull your left hip back as you wrap your right hip forward. Stay strong and engaged to the left side of the belly. Inhale, halfway lift. Find length through your spine. Bend into your front knee. Keep squeezing your front heel back and your back foot forward. Twist with your upper back. Reach your left arm high. Pull your right shoulder back into space. Take another inhale. Drink a full breath in. Exhale, bring your hand down. Step up, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, fold. Press into your feet. Inhale, circle sweep. Reach your arms all the way high. Exhale, palms to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chair pose. Let your hips sink low and let your hips go back into space. Pull the belly way up and in. Inhale. Exhale, tiptoe chair. Bring your arms behind you and lift your heels. Squeeze the shins towards the midline. Inhale, ground your heels, reach your arms up. Exhale, tiptoe chair. Squeeze the shins towards the midline. Last time like that. Inhale, ground your heels, reach your arms up. Exhale, tiptoe chair. Inhale, ground your heels, reach high. Exhale, bound forward fold. Hold the opposite thumb on top. Lift your shoulders up and drop your arms over the back body. Shake your head out, yes or no, if you're feeling some stiffness there. And release your hands, step back, plank pose. Press the earth away nice and strong. Send your heels towards the right. Reach your left arm up, side plank. Lift the bottom hip. So it should be like there's a little arch on the lower side of the body. Ground your left hand. Send your heels towards the left. Reach your right arm up, side plank. Lift that bottom hip. Ground the right hand back to your plank pose. Lower your forearms down one at a time. Tug your elbows back into space. That's going to make the core harder for you. For 3, 2, 1. Release your hips down, Sphinx pose. Another thigh stretch. Pull your left heel towards your bum. Reach your left arm up and around to grab for your foot. Press the right toes down as you pull your left heel in. Breathe. And release. Pull the knees in towards the midline, second side. Reach your right heel around and reach your right arm around to grab for that right heel. So as we bring the idea of Hridaya into the heart space, the idea of the heart and just staying open, I invite you to ponder what might keep you closed off from being open and ready to receive big heart energy. When we're open to love and we're really receptive to love, you can see it everywhere you go. But if you're closed off to love, you won't ever see it. Slowly release. Bring your chest down and slide your arms back by your hips. Pull your belly up and away from the floor and start to lift your legs up and your arms up for a Shalabhasana shape. Find length through the back body. So that might even mean tucking your chin a little bit so you can have length through the neck. Lift your arms up, squeeze your pinkies towards each other, squeeze the shins in. One more inhale. Exhale, release, soften your chest down. Take a few breaths here. Let the wave of your breath calm down. Interlace your hands behind your back, or you can just take that same variation, yogi's choice. Start to rise up, Shalabhasana. Squeeze the shins in. Lift through your upper back for 3, 2, 1. Release. Bring your hands down to the earth. Press your way up through a tabletop or plank. Send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. From down dog, start to walk your way all the way up to the front of the mat. Find a functional forward fold. Make your feet about as wide as mat's distance apart. Bend your knees a little and bring your hips way back behind your heels. Counter reach your hands forward onto a block or on the earth. I have 2 blocks that happen to be right in front of me, so I grabbed them both. So it's much different than a forward fold because you're hinging your hips back into space. Infuse the posture with your breath. Breathe more breath into the sides and into the back of the body. Inhale and halfway lift, glide your hands up your shins. Exhale, fold. Send your toes out, your heels in, Malasana squat, hips come low. Bring your hands to a prayer. Squeeze your knees in towards your elbows and press your elbows into the knees. All right. Pause here. Ground your fingertips. Step your left leg back. Your right toes should still be facing out on an angle. And find a little push-pull in your back toes. Stretching through one of your hip flexors called your psoas muscles. Ground your left knee. Reach your right arm up and around and grab for your foot. Last quad stretch of the day. Pull the heel towards the bum. Pull both of your shoulders back and lean back into space. You could stay here if this feels really good and you made it. You could have a block underneath your left arm to help you stabilize and get length to grab that right foot. If you're more than open, you could come down onto a forearm on the block or on the earth. If it's way too tight for you, working through active range of motion, bending your knee, and releasing is also a really good option as long as that's not bothering the left knee. Take one more breath here. And release your foot. Bring your right arm forward, lift off of your back knee, and step up, Malasana squat. So you're back to that wide squat. Breathe. Inhale, stretch your right hand fingertips out to the earth. Reach your left arm high for a little twist. And come back towards center. Stretch your left arm out. Reach your right arm high. Inhale. Exhale, back towards center. Ground the fingertips. Stretch your right leg back. Find a little push-pull on your right toes. Ground your back knee. Reach your left arm up and around to grab for your foot. Thigh stretch. So it's not just a thigh stretch, although it's kind of the focus today, but pull your right shoulder back, pull your left shoulder back, wrap your right torso underneath you. So you have the twist element and the back bend element, which we've also been working on those today. And begin to release your foot. Lift off of your back knee. Step up to your Malasana squat. Press down and out through your legs. Inhale, circle sweep. Reach your arms high. And exhale, step your legs back to hip distance apart. Palms to heart. Anjali Mudra. All right, let's work some balance here. Shift your weight over towards your left foot. Pull your right knee in towards your chest. Now kind of take a little bit of a chair bend in that standing left knee. Cross your right ankle over the left. We're working towards eagle pose. You can always ground your right toes on the mat. Or maybe you lift the toes and wrap the foot around the shin. Bring your arms wide. Bring your right arm underneath the left back so the forearms touch or hands touch. Eagle pose. Let your hips be low and you can get depth as you find stability here. Squeeze your inner thighs towards each other like you're squeezing the midline. Stay here or find movement with me. Inhale, send your elbow tips high to the sky, untuck through the tail. Exhale, curl your elbow and your knee towards each other to touch. Inhale, open up. Send the elbows high. Exhale, curl knees and elbows to touch. One more. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, curl it in. Now try to connect your right elbow and right knee. Pull that right knee in towards the chest. Straighten out through your standing leg. Release your arms. Straighten your right leg. Slow and controlled, release your right leg next. to the left. Release your arms, pause, breathe in, and breathe out. Again, breathe in, breathe out. Transfer your weight now to the right foot. Pull the left knee in, and then you're just going to bend into your right knee like a little chair. Cross your right over, or your left over the right. Again, those left toes can touch the earth, or they can be lifted, or they can wrap. I'll do it differently this time to show you guys a different variation. Arms are wide. Give yourself a hug. That's step 1. Step 2 is bringing the backs of the forearms to touch. Step 3 is bringing your palms to touch. But again, you can always stay with the hug. Inhale. Exhale. Start to find depth here. Let your hips sink low. Squeeze your legs towards each other. Now, inhale. Start to lift up a little. Exhale. Curl it in. Elbows towards knee. Inhale, open it up. Keep working to balance on the 4 corners of your foot. Exhale, curl elbows towards knee. Last one, inhale, rise up. And exhale, curl it in. Connect your left knee and your left elbow. Pull the knee in. Straighten out through the arms, go wide. Straighten out through your left leg. Slow and controlled release for 3, 2, 1, ground the foot next to the right. Pause, take 2 breaths. Inhale, reach your arms high towards the ceiling. Exhale, come through a chair and just keep lowering it all the way down until your hips are towards your heels, and ground your bum on the earth. Pull your knees in, make your way to rolling on your back. Knees in towards chest. Create some circles with your knees in one direction. Take those big circles with your knees in the opposite direction. Pause. Happy baby, pull the knees way wide towards your armpits. That's a happy baby prep. Happy baby prep could also look like bringing the hands on the thighs, or bringing your hands to grab for your ankles. The final posture would be grabbing for the outside edges of the feet. Work to untuck through the tail. Send your groins down towards the earth. Pull your low back up and in. Maybe you rock this baby side to side. Maybe you straighten out through one leg or the other. Maybe both legs at the same time, getting a nice inner thigh opening. And then bring your legs all the way back in. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Lift your shoulder blades off the mat. Take an inhale. Exhale, stretch your legs out long and your arms by your sides for a Shavasana shape. Let go of any breath in your lungs. HA. Take a full breath in. Maybe breathing in a little more than you breathed before. Hold it. Open mouth, HA. Let it go. I invite you to take as much time as you'd like to rest in a Shavasana shape today. We only have a few minutes left, but you can always rest for longer. There's no rule on how long you get to rest in your body. Namaste.